planning to apply for a Japan visa but don't know where to start? Don't worry, I got you. Hi, I'm Kim, and today I am going to share exactly how I got my Japan tourist visa approved step by step. From booking my slot, assessing my profile, preparing all the necessary documents, up to receiving my passport. And mind you guys, this is based from my experience and this is pure DIY. So if you're planning your Japan trip soon, make sure to save this video. So first things first guys, you need to assess your profile. This is in terms of your work, your financial capability, and your travel history, since this will really affect your chances of getting approved. I'm sharing mine so you can compare if we are somehow similar. So this is my profile. I am a virtual assistant, and aside from that, I am also a PRC license holder. And then for my travel history, I traveled to 8 non-visa countries. First, I book a slot through the VFS Global website. I will show it here. And mind you guys, Japan visa applications this year are really congested. So if you want to go DIY, you really need to check the website from time to time because slots fill up very fast. And also guys, timing is everything. So I highly recommend applying 2 to 3 months before your intended travel date. For me personally, I didn't go through an agency because most of the agencies right now take about 2 to 3 months processing time, while direct VFS usually takes about 5 to 7 business days or sometimes 10 to 16 business days, which is faster, right?
These are the documents I submitted. First is my passport, which must be valid for at least 6 months and signed. Next, I prepared a photocopy of my passport bio page, and this should be colored. Then I downloaded the Japan visa application form online and filled it out carefully. One important thing I did, I filled out my form using capital letters to avoid errors and make everything more readable. After that, I attached a recent ID photo size 4.5 by 3.5 cm, which is the required size. Since this was my first time applying for a Japan visa, I also submitted my PSA birth certificate issued within this year. Next, I prepared my Japan itinerary, which I filled out using an online itinerary template, and it can be downloaded. I included my travel dates, cities to visit, daily activities, and accommodation details. Even if you don't have confirmed bookings yet, your itinerary should still be realistic.
Next is my employment documents. I submitted 2 documents. First one is the certificate of affiliation, and this includes the date when I started my work, my position, and my compensation. And for the verification letter, which is the second document, this includes my contract with the company. Next is my financial documents. In my case, I submitted a bank certificate with average daily balance for the last 6 months. So if you don't have a bank certificate with average daily balance indicated on it, you need to submit a bank statement for the last 6 months. So that is a requirement. But if you already have your average daily balance indicated, then that's not necessary anymore. My financial and employment documents are all digitally signed since my savings is with Maribank Philippines and my employer is in the US. So I submitted a cover letter or explanation letter so that the consul will understand all of my documents. So I explained there the absence of my ITR, I explained there why my certificate of employment and verification letter, also my bank certificate, are all digitally signed so that they will know. It's very important to explain those documents that are digitally signed because some consuls preferred, wet signatures. That's why if your documents are digitally signed, it's better to explain it through a cover letter. For me, if you want to apply for a Japan visa, the safest average daily balance would be 50,000 and above. And also your savings should be times 2 with your average daily balance so that the consul will see that you still have buffer after your trip to Japan. There are a lot of factors actually, not just financial documents or travel history. The daily expenses there should be 10,000 per day. So if you go there for 5 days, you should have at least 50,000. If you go there 7 days, you should have at least 70,000. That's why guys, I told you that average daily balance is very important, and if you have an average daily balance of 50,000 and above, your savings should be like times 2 or times 3, which is better so that the consul will really know that you still have enough savings after your trip to Japan.
During the application, there is an option to request multiple entry visa. In my case, I selected with financial capacity. However, even though I had travel history, I was still granted a single entry visa, probably because it was my first Japan application, so don't expect multiple entry automatically. For my application timeline, I got the 9:45 a.m. slot on April 7. Don't forget to bring with you your printed appointment. After submitting my application, I received an email on April 8 saying my passport was already on the way to Parañaque. Then the next update showed that my application was already in process. On April 16, I got another update saying it had been dispatched from Parañaque back to the VFS Application Center. Finally, I received my passport on April 22nd, Tuesday. Thankfully, my Japan visa was approved on my first try. It may not have been a multiple entry visa, but I'm still grateful because at least it was approved instead of denied. And of course, I'll definitely apply again soon since I already have upcoming flights for next year. And hopefully next time I'll be granted a multiple entry visa.
So that's it for my Japan Visa DIY edition. If you're planning to go to Japan soon, don't forget to save this video and follow me for more travel tips. Ciao!